fear nothing!
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Jaded here. I just wanted to show you a couple things that you can do when twinking a character. These are going to be kind of basic things, but maybe you don't know about them, maybe they'll help you out, and even if you're low level, some of this will help you out. As well as I wanted to show my level 27 Demon Hunter and just show you how insane the stats you can get on low level gear. So first and foremost, the biggest thing that's going to help you when leveling or when twinking a low level character are gems. Gems are huge, and you want to find or buy gear with the most sockets that you can. So if you can get 3 sockets in your chest, do that, but that comes much later, so you can only get 2 early on. Get a socket in your quiver, whatever you can get a socket in, try and find an item that has that slot open, because gems have no level restriction. That's the biggest thing. You could go, as far as I know, all the way up to the top, and I haven't seen a level restriction on them yet. Now, there aren't a lot of very high level gems on the market, and the auction house has been kind of broken lately, so I have no idea if people are making really high level gems, but you can get like a perfect square or a flawless square, something around that level. Is pretty relatively cheap and pretty cost effective for what you get out of it. So taking a quick look at the gear I have on my level 27 Demon Hunter right now, you can see I have over 1,000 dex on a level 27. That's bananas. Now you could pick up most of this gear for 10k or less, usually on the auction house. You know, you can even find some of this stuff for 5k. Just look for high dex and sockets. If you can, get attack speed on it, of course, that's always good. But you want to socket all of your armor with your main stat. In this case, I have dex. And then you're going to want to put a ruby in your main weapon, because that increases the DPS. At this level, it's much better to do a ruby than like a crit damage. Now, the average level 27, I have no idea, but I'm pretty sure it's somewhere around 400 to 600 if you're you know, buying gear off the auction house. You should be somewhere in there. So to get over 1,000 dex, just because you know, the stats on the gear allows it, and then adding the gems, like it's extremely overpowered for leveling. And then later on, when you get into Nightmare, you might want to swap some of these out for Vitality if you find yourself dying a lot, of course. So you can go ahead and do that. Alright, now the next thing I'm going to show you guys is a trick with the auction house, and this helps low levels as well. If you're somewhere around level 34 up until level 60, this is going to be a huge benefit if you know this trick. With the way the auction house works right now, this is a huge benefit if you know this, because well, basically what it is you search for reduced level requirement items, and you have to do it manually because the auction house doesn't take this stat into account. So you can get very, very high DPS weapons for a low level. But say a level 60 weapon has reduced level requirement. I think it goes up to like 14 or 16 levels it can knock off, something around there, maybe 12. But it can be really, really powerful. And I'll show you how to do it real quick. So say you're looking for a one-handed bow. Since this stat starts at level 40, you can type that in, or you can type in level 45 and look for higher level reduced stat. But it is based off the item level, so you'll get a much lower value on it early on. But for example here, you're getting 91 DPS bows with sockets. That's gonna, you know, once you put a ruby in that, it's gonna be huge. And you know, you can kind of look at all of these here, and you'll notice they're very cheap, because typically these don't have the best stats for the item level, but because they have, like, say for example, level requirement reduced by 5, you know, you can use this at level 34 or 33. So these are going to be very strong for that level. And just for another example, I'll show you guys like a level 60 item with a very high level requirement, reduced level requirement stat on it. So you can see some of this has level requirement reduced by 14. So you could use this insane weapon at level 46. I mean, having these weapons that early is pretty massive. So that's just a couple quick tricks to help you guys out with rolling up alts and twinking characters. Hopefully this helped, and that's gonna do it. So I'll catch you guys in the next video.